So, for 2K19, I saw the tweet that Mike Wayne put out. We all saw the tweet that Mike Wayne put out. I'm not really sure how I feel about that.
Same here.
Because asking people if they want their 2K to be arcadey, super simulation, or arcadey sim, I just feel like as a dev, you should know the answer to that question by now. Like how much more does the community have to keep telling you over and over again? We want that. We want 2K16, defense, but then we want 2K15 like fun. Like I don't understand. Like how much more do you need to
I mean,
that just don't make no sense to me.
It would if they actually played the game and seen how the game played, it also make them asking this question easier. But the only reason why I'm kind of afraid of this question is because this question could lead 2K down the wrong path in the wrong hands.
Right. Because
asking this question to people who, only want to abuse exploits in the game, it's going to lead 2K down to a path of destruction. And then people are just going to complain and say that 2K is cheesy or 2K is broke or whatever the case is, and it won't be enjoyable, and we'll have another 2K18 again. But
I'm just afraid. Right now, I'm really contemplating if are we even sure that we want?
Do we even know what we want?
Like do we know what we want? Like because when I think about it now, like I think about 2K16. Man, I didn't play 2K15, and I know a lot of people always say the same thing. Like 2K15 was the most arcadish 2K that anybody's ever played, but it was fun because it was like you could just do a bunch of wild stuff in the game with no consequences. And my question is like, is that what we want now? I mean, look at how much we've grown as a 2K fan base. Look at how much we've grown. We went from 2K16 to having the best defense and offensive balance, to being stripped of speed boosting, to going to 17 where dribbling became what it is today.
Yep.
But defense was horrible. You had to literally hold the right stick in order to play basic defense so that you wouldn't fall every 30 like 30 moves. Like you were falling every single time somebody made a move. If somebody sneezed, you would fall.
Yeah. Don't let nobody have an ankle breaker and ball collector.
So at this point, it's like my biggest thing that I'm asking myself is what do we really want? Because if they make the game super sim,
if you make the game super sim, it'll be like 2K17 after the patch where they dropped if you over dribbled, you missed.
Right.
And you didn't green nowhere near as consistently as you did. It'll be like that if it's full on sim. If it's too arcadey, it'll be like 2K15 where you can just dribble the whole clock out and shoot a contested 3 and it's green.
Right.
But then again, if it's in between, it'll be like 2K16 where you had your fair share of cheese, but you also needed to be good at the game or else you got exposed almost every time.
Right.
But then again, you can't please everybody. So everybody has different preferences and different tastes of 2Ks that they want. So this is a tough decision to make.
I don't think, if I was a 2K dev, I don't think I want to be a 2K, in 2K dev shoes.
A lot is on their back right now.
Right, because essentially, we're all making our mind up that if this 2K is not good,
it's over.
It's over. Which is never the case, because we always say that about Call of Duty all the time. We always say if this Call of Duty is not good, we're not playing it, but we all buy it. So at this point, I just feel like people are really truly fed up with 2K. Like, I mean, even for me, like even I'm a little fed up with 2K. Like I'm not fed up with. I wouldn't say fed. Fed up's not the right word. I'm more irritated with the fact that no matter what the community says, no matter how many times we go on Twitter, no matter how many times we put them in polls, it seems like Mike Wing always posts up something that's like, dog,
why aren't you paying attention?
Are you not paying attention? It's already there. We've already posted this. Like, why do you keep posting stuff that makes no sense?
That too, because a lot of people would tag Mike Wang and Ronnie in polls and in videos and in clips on Twitter, and they never respond. Right. And then ask a question where it's like, dude, this has been addressed already. You guys should fix this, or you guys should have been patched this. Like, it's like you're not listening, and then you ask us what we want when we're already telling you.
Facts.
It doesn't add up because it's like if you know, a lot of people try to compare Fortnite to 2K, which you can't because it's a basketball game and a shooting game. But one thing I can say that's different from Fortnite than 2K, Fortnite listens to the community. And they listen to the people in charge.
But they also take a chance though. Like I can say they also take a chance.
And they're also willing to like release stuff too if it's bad. Like how they added the jetpack.
Right.
The guided missile.
Yeah.
How they added the guided missile. It was cool the first 2 days. Then people started complaining about it. The community and also top streamers and Fortnite took it out. It's not a problem. Like they just took it out and it's like, okay, right now we're going to take it out until we can figure out what's going on.
Right.
2K doesn't like experimenting. Like at this point, 2K, you have nothing to lose.
You really don't.
You have nothing to lose.
You really don't.
With 2K18 how it was, you really have nothing to lose.
I just feel like who do you satisfy? If you're a 2K dev, who do you satisfy? Do you satisfy the competitive players or do you satisfy the casual fans? Because when they satisfied the competitive players, that was 2K16.
Yep.
When they satisfied the casual players,
that was 17.
That was 17. And then when they just started trying to bring in only new people and trying to build the game up, they came out with 18. And it just got worse and worse. So my question is who do you try to satisfy? Because, yeah, again, 2K16, I'm not going to lie, 2K16 was hard. It was a very, very hard game to get it. It's a very, very hard game to learn. And the reason why it was so hard to learn is because, like, when you have to play against guys that can speed boost and the way that guys were playing in 16,
dribbling was so fluid. But if you could not guard somebody, you were on an island.
You felt it. Like you felt like when you felt like that person had you all by yourself.
Yep. And
you had to fend for yourself in 2K16. In 17, I just felt like as long as you were holding the right stick up, you were pretty much going to avoid all ankle animations. Oh, that's game, brother.
What?
Brother, that is game.
What?
That's game. But I'm becoming a legend at
what
this.
What a great shot.
But
GG's.
But anyways, like for me, I feel like if I was a casual 2K fan, I wouldn't want to come into 2K playing 2K16 because that was a hard 2K to get used to because it was like there was no crutches in 2K18. There's so many crutches. It's like, dude, there's so many crutches in 2K18. It's not even funny.
You literally pull up to park with any build, no matter the overall, and still score and possibly beat people.
In 2K17, boy, if you pulled up with a garbage build, if you pulled up with an unfinished build in 2K16, you felt it.
Not to mention, people pull up to the park now with only like 5 or 6 badges. You try to do that in 16. You was getting your ankle snatched.
Facts.
You couldn't hit a shot.
Right.
And don't get me started on volume shooting.
Man, and here's another thing. Like I just feel like what would happen if 2K took a year off to make 2K20 or 2K21?
If they didn't BS
around. If they didn't BS around. Like what would happen if they just took 1 year off? Like take a year off to really focus on everything. Because it just seems like a year is not enough time for them to fix problems that have been plaguing the game for so long. Like NBA Live, I wouldn't say NBA Live is a disappointment, but I just feel like NBA Live has not broken that barrier down that 2K has kicked down years ago. And that's just basic movement. 2K has always had really good basic movement, like where you don't feel like the game is controlled by the game. You feel like you're actually controlling like your player. Like if I go to the basket and I go for a layup, I feel like my player's gonna do the layup I want him to do in 2K. In NBA Live, your player does the layup that the game says that he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And then if you have a rim protector, you're gonna get blocked every single time. With 2K, even if you are going to get some rim protector, if you time it correctly, you'll end up getting you'll end up getting that layup, even if he is a rim protector, because the game is fair.
Not to mention, when it comes to NBA Live and 2K's dribbling is more fluid, and you can do exactly what you want. Whether it's with NBA Live, it's somewhat of a canned animation.
Right.
Like NBA Live's ankle breakers are really canned.
Like, cause you'll get the same one over time, and it just seems weird. Like, at least I can say with 2K, if you're spamming the same dribble over and over again, You won't always get the same ankle every time.
Right.
In NBA Live, if you spam the same dribble, you will get the same ankle animation.
Or spam step back.
Every time. So it's like, with 2K19, I want to say yes, I want 2K16. But by saying I want 2K16 back, I'm saying I don't want speed boosting. Because essentially they took out speed boosting in 16 because it was a problem. So I feel like okay.
I mean, I don't think it was the speed boosting itself was a problem. I think it was the explosiveness out of the Kobe escape, like through the leg escape.
But you could burst out of any move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The thing. You could in 2K in 2K16 you could burst out of any move. Any
really
move could be burst out if you could dribble. I feel like with 2K19, I feel like there needs to be different tiers of dribbling. If you're a pure playmaker, you get 2K18, 2K17 speed, not 2K17 momentum though.
Right.
2K17 and 2K18 like dribbling, like you get momentum behind the back. But when you are a pure slasher, I feel like pure slasher should be able to dribble. That's not fair if you make a pure slasher that can't dribble. That's not fair. Right. But he shouldn't be able to speed boost like a pure playmaker.
Nor should he be able to even glitch and get playmaking dribble moves.
So to make it even, I feel like a pure a pure slasher or shot creator should be able to dribble like 2K16's dribbling, which is more of a they do the move and then they burst out like this instead of being able to do like a momentum. They shouldn't be able to do that, no. But they should be able to do burst out moves where they move a lot faster and a lot quicker. But then again, then people will say, but 2K16 dribbling is hard. It's hard to stop. It's hard to stop because I mean, again, 2K16 dribbling was hard to stop. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. 2K16
somebody that was nice,
hard to stop.
Yeah, they were a problem.
If you saw a mascot with either the Dallas Mavericks mascot
or Bulls
or the Bulls
or Coyote
or the Miami Heat or the Coyote, you knew you was in for a long game. And with 17, boy, I shot that right in the gut. I tried to bang it off the wall, but I don't know, man. I just feel like at this point in the game, I'm like, what do we really want? Because I don't want the game to be arcaded like 2K15. I've heard the stories. I've actually seen the gameplay. Guys would take fully contested shots in 18, and it's green. It's green. Now, I can't call that, for me personally, I would not have had fun with that because I would have been more frustrated thinking like, oh, my dude, you just shot a fully contested 3 and made that?
Dudes are really pulling from half court at the actual logo, green.
And I don't think that
that's going to be a problem. Because we already had a problem with heavily contested sharps. Sharps doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like people, okay. The fans keep asking for 2K15 gameplay, but 2K15 gameplay is kind of like 2K18 when you think about it. When it comes to shooting overly contested shots and making them,
right? You
can do that. Well, you just can't do it with any build. I mean, in 2K15 you can do it with any build. In this game, you can't do it with any build. So that's one. I'm just at a point. I'm just at a point, brother. Like where I'm thinking to myself, like as a fan of 2K, I'm not really 100% sure what I want. Because it's like I don't want the game to be too realistic because that's where we're at with 2K18. It's too realistic. The blow by animations, the weird step back, the weird step back shots, the times where you do a drop step and you can't contest the shot at all because you're deep in the post and they're like the game is like nope, or the fact that a pure shot creator shoots nothing but step back 3s and they can knock them down, but they're trying to say that that's supposed to be James Harden, which is now you're becoming a little too realistic. Or the fact that a pure stretch 7 feet tall can shoot over a 6 foot something player, but there's no such thing as a pure stretch in the NBA. There's no such thing. So at this point in the game, I'm thinking to myself like,
can you say what you want at this point?
Right, no, I honestly can't. I can't say. I'm not gonna say 2K16. I can't say 2K16. I can't say 2K because there was a lot of things about 16 that 17 had that 16 didn't have.
Yeah, I've been thinking about you, baby. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, baby. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, crazy. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, crazy as fuck. I've been thinking about you, baby. Yeah, I've been thinking about you, baby. Yeah.